Hey everybody, welcome back to my shop. And this week we've got a real quick simple project where we turn this little business card holder. But please remember, this is not an instructional video and is meant for entertainment purposes only. Your safety is your responsibility. Let's get started. I'm just roughing out a piece of American elm between centers and forming a tenon to hold it in the chuck. We've got the piece held firmly in the chuck with a bit of tailstock support. Let's give her some shape. Just going to sand the piece with 220, 320, and 400 grit sandpaper, and please always remember to protect your lungs. As I sand, I'm just being careful to preserve all the details we've created, and I'm reversing the lathe between the grits to help to pick those fibers up and sever them off as efficiently as possible. Before I had a reversing lathe, I would just do this by hand using the hand wheel. I'm just going to use a simple thin beeswax for a finish. I'm just rubbing the finish into the wood thoroughly, then letting it sit for a minute, and then buffing away all the extra wax. Next, we have to take it over to the bandsaw and cut a nice kerf for the business cards to sit in. But before I do that, I'm just going to cut away the shoulder of this tenon so I can grab it with a clamp so I can hold it very safely while I cut it on the bandsaw. There we go. Now there are many ways that we could cut the kerf in this business card holder. You could do it with a hand saw, maybe a Dremel, even a table saw. I'm going to use the bandsaw because that's what's most convenient for me. I'm going to hold it in this clamp to try to make it as safe as possible. And I'm using this piece of card paper here to try not to mar up the surface on the table. So, let's get her going. I'm holding the clamp flat for safety and accuracy, and I'm making sure to cut to the same depth on either side using the details we formed on the piece as a reference. Okay, I'm actually impressed with how well that turned out. I put it on just a little slight of an angle back so that the business cards face upwards a little bit. I'm just going to clean up everything with a little bit of sandpaper so it has some nice clean edges, and then we can work on the bottom. Now we don't have a shoulder on our tenon, so we're going to have to be gentle with our cuts. And also, I can't get any other tool in here except the parting tool, so I've given the parting tool a really good sharpen so we can leave that bottom nice and clean. Fire the lathe back up, about 1800 RPM, and make some nice, slow, steady progress. I'm going to slightly undercut the bottom a bit so it always sits on this outside rim, nice and stable. But I'm going to part it off a little bit back from the base so I don't rip any fibers out of the bottom. We'll just clean up the bottom with some sandpaper. Well, we're all done our business card holder. Nice thing about this project is it gives you a chance to work on some different shapes and designs and practice your tool control. and maybe even use up some of that scrap wood you got building up on you. I don't know what's with us wood turners, but we never can bring ourselves to throw away a piece of wood. But if you liked the video, please click the like button and share it around. If you got any questions or suggestions for me, please fire those off in the comment section down below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'll have a new video out every Friday. So thank you very much, and have yourself a great day.